think that this is xenophobia. It seems to me that the people that are mostly being targeted are foreign nationals, and therefore I don't see how the police can say this is not xenophobia. And from our point of view, this kind of unease between locals and foreign nationals seems to be very much part of life in South Africa. We don't hear about it all the time, but certainly since 2008 it's something that has never really gone away, but always bubbling under the surface.
Let's expand a bit on that issue. You're also saying that many unresolved issues and loss of hope in townships. What are these unresolved issues?
I think that unresolved is how foreign nationals fit into South Africa. I think that government after 2008 should have embarked upon a civic education campaign to say to people, these people are not here as threats to us, but as studies have shown the world over, often migrants are people that help build up local economies. And I don't think we've done enough of that since, so these kind of myths or these fallacies about people coming in, taking our jobs, etc., have been allowed to be perpetuated, which gives rise every now and then, and is going to in the future again give rise to these types of situations. I also think that South Africans generally are hospitable people. I don't believe that South Africans are anything but that. But I also think that many people, especially young people, and as we've just seen on that report, young people are agitated, they are frustrated, they are hopeless in a country and in a situation where there doesn't seem to be much hope for their futures. There's a growing gap between the rich and the poor. And I don't think that their concerns are being addressed. And obviously, at some point, this anger is going to have to find a way out. And that's what we're seeing at the moment. And unfortunately, people's lives are being lost.
A bit of a difficult question for you, Father. How then do we create social cohesion?
I think we've got to talk about this. I think, first of all, we can't pretend that there is no xenophobia. I think by the police coming out and saying things like, oh, this is not xenophobia, it's merely just criminality, I think immediately that closes the door on a dialogue. I think we need to embark upon education of people to say, you know, this is what these people can contribute. Let's find ways and means of sharing together so that we can enrich people who live in these areas that are very mixed. I think that church leaders, community leaders, civic leaders have to sit down and have to address the situation and not just pretend it's something that springs up every now and then, but say this is a constant maybe tension in many parts of this country, and how do we sit, how do we address it, how do we bring people in, and how do we talk about it instead of just saying, well, this is not there.